All right, so we're going to get right into this video here. We're going to show you guys the first three things you need to do to get started if you have no idea what you're doing, complete noobs. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about why this is important. Wes, go ahead, tell them why.
So, the importance of learning how to do this and setting up a wallet and, learning how the basics, the bare bone basics of setting up and getting into crypto. That means the world to us because we didn't have anybody showing us how to do it, how to set it up, holding our hand and saying, all right, you want to click this button, send that here. There's a ton of videos on YouTube showing you how to do certain things, but they don't start from the bare basic. And that means a lot to us because we didn't have that, and we just want to give you guys a rundown of how to do that real quick. So, Sierra is going to show some slides and take it away, Sierra.
All right, so how to make money in crypto. The first step, the very first step that you need to do is really a three-part thing. Most people are going to have this. I know when I started back in 2019, late 2019, I did not have these three things. So it took me a while to work and save up. I actually was working. Wes was one of my bosses over there at the Italian kitchen I was working and I was walking to work. I didn't even have a car. During that time is when I was acquiring all these things. But I got the bank account was the first thing. The second thing is a laptop and a desktop. It's good to have both. If you don't worry about it. I'm running everything off of a laptop. The laptop's probably better to have. It's easier to use, and it's portable. So a bank account, a laptop, and a cell phone. If you have those three things, we can show you how to get all the way from having no crypto to using DeFi, which you may not think is a big leap, but it took me every bit of 2.5 years to get to this point. You guys can do this in 2 weeks if you listen to us and we'll show you how to do it. What took me 2 years it took Wes 2 months, and it'll take you guys 2 weeks. So that's what we're bringing you on this video. So the bank account, I also made a little slide here just to show you, just to make it a little easier. I prefer Robinhood because it's easier to use. It's the easiest way to turn your cash into Ethereum. There's a million exchanges out there, but the top ones that we use, I'd say, are Gemini, Robinhood, and I use Kraken too. But the first thing you want to do is go on your phone and download Robinhood. I'm going to have the code there that you can use, and that'll get you free shares. It'll also get me a couple free shares. Wes, I'm sorry I had to put my personal link up there. So I'll be getting those, not you. So we got step one: download Robinhood on your smartphone. Any smartphone will do. I have a Walmart smartphone, and it works just fine for everything. So if you need to watch another video about the steps on Robinhood, there's a million of them out there. Check out Crypto Casey. She's got more in depth. But I put this slide up because this was important to me. Because I didn't know which banks worked with Robinhood. Most of them do, pretty much all of them. But all these logos up here: Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Navy Federal, Ali Bank, TD Bank, Chime, Citibank. This is just a little slide to show you which ones will definitely easily link up to Robinhood so that you can deposit your money from your bank account into Robinhood. Once your money's on Robinhood, that's where you're going to buy your Ethereum. And once it's on your phone, now I want you to go to step number 2, which is on your laptop. Okay, you're going to get on the laptop and download MetaMask wallet. This is an Ethereum wallet. This is how you're going to do everything on DeFi. There's other wallets out there, but I think that beginners should start with MetaMask just because it's the most widely accepted wallet. And make sure you do this on your computer, not on your phone. You can use MetaMask on the phone, but for the way we're teaching you how to do it, it's just easier if you have MetaMask on your laptop and Robinhood on your phone. And this is the website. Go to metamask.io. Make sure you see the right logo. Make sure you guys are being safe. So once you do that, the next step is transferring your Ethereum from Robinhood to your MetaMask, which is there's two buttons. There's a send and a receive button. You're going to click on the send button, and you're going to send it to your MetaMask. Now, we're not going to get into the crucial details on that, but once you have the Robinhood set up, once you have Ethereum on your Robinhood and you send it over to your MetaMask, make sure you guys are writing down your seed phrase when you go to MetaMask. They're going to give you a seed phrase, which is your password. It's multiple words. I think it's, was it 12 or 24? Something like
12.
that.
I think it goes up to 24, but 12 usually.
But you guys write down your seed phrase. That is the most important thing. If you lose your seed phrase, you lose your crypto. It's gone. So you can kiss it goodbye. If I have a buddy of mine had a Phantom wallet, and he put a couple $100 in it, and he didn't write down his seed phrase like I told him to. And then when he tried to log in, he got locked out, lost all his money. And, it's write it down, put it somewhere safe. Go to the dollar store, buy you a couple pens and a couple of the little journal books, and write this stuff down. Write down your passwords, keep them in a safe place. That way, no matter what, you have access to your stuff. But we are going to put links in the description of videos that go into depth about this. But Wes, what was the hardest thing for you when you first got into this? What was the most confusing thing to you? I know the MetaMask thing was kind of confusing to me, but what was the hardest thing for you?
Right. That's a good question. I think the networking, like the different networks, and making sure you're on the right blockchain, and making sure you have the right wallet, address. And I think that was my biggest thing, is trying to understand the difference between different blockchains, or, the bridging process, or the sending to this address and making a new address. It can get a little confusing, but I highly recommend Crypto.com. When you sign up for that, you're going to have to do, you're going to have to put your information on there. That's just the way they do it. It's a centralized platform, centralized exchange, but you get a debit card with that, so you can literally you can link your bank, buy crypto on Crypto.com, and when you need money, you can sell your crypto and change it into fiat. That's just for the basic bare bones, somebody that doesn't really understand the networking yet. After that, if you don't like it on Crypto.com, you want to get into the DeFi like we're going to be showing you guys, that's when you link up you whitelist your wallet, your MetaMask wallet, and you can send it from your Crypto.com to your whitelisted address on MetaMask, and that's when you can start getting into DeFi. But yeah, I think the networking and making sure you're on the right network was the hardest thing for me to understand.
And that was a good point. I'm glad you brought that up, because when I was first doing that, I didn't understand that if I had my Unibright tokens, for instance, would show up when I was connected to Ethereum, but the minute I connected to any different network, my coins were gone. And the other thing was the page wasn't loading. So when you go to a new D-app page, sometimes your MetaMask needs to be refreshed, and it says reload page or refresh page. So when you go to the next page, your coins are not in your wallet. That used to freak me out until I learned, go up top, hit refresh on the page, and when you refresh it, then your coins show back up in your wallet. Also on MetaMask, which I hope they fix soon, sometimes you have to reload and refresh the wallet itself because your coins just won't show up. I think it's just a glitch they have, but for the most part, you will not have much problems. Adding the network is a little bit challenging. You got to go to the network settings tab. But all these things, are listed on a million different sites. Just be careful what you're doing. Always send a small amount first, $1 or $2 first. If you're in doubt, don't try to send. If you got $20 to spend on ETH, don't send the whole $20 if it's your first time. Send $2. Do a test run. And Crypto.com is amazing. I use that as well. So, and also to diversify, Wes, because we saw what happened with these exchanges. If you put all your money in Crypto.com has an update or they have a network failure, you're in trouble. So it's good to have multiple exchanges. Gemini,
Right.
Robinhood, Crypto.com, those are the three strongest, the easiest to use. And of course, Kraken is probably one of your more secure ones, even though I got an email a couple weeks ago saying that they were hacked with some email information or something. But for the most part, I still trust everything that Kraken's doing over there. They said the money was fine. But,
Yeah.
diversifying your exchanges is crucial. So
Yeah.
we hope that this helped you guys out, and we are going to put the links in the description. So if you get stuck on Robinhood, if you get stuck on the crypto.com, we're going to find you guys a couple of videos that we like that you can watch for the details of everything. But if you want to be a Remora, this is the homework you got to do. Do these things first, and once you get this set up, guys, you go back with us, and we're going to be going back into Arbitrum on the next podcast and showing you guys how to use GMX and earn some yield on your Ethereum. That's going to be the next video. We really need to get into the yield farming and stuff because that's what people want to hear. That's the most requests I've gotten. What about you?
Yeah, same here. I was just going to say that the yield farming, the native staking, stuff like that, trading, swing trading, leverage trade, whatever your trading needs. Like, we're going to be discussing all that stuff for the noobs, for the, intermediate, and for the alphas, the guys that have been here for a long time. We got a lot of stuff to share. And
yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for our very quick how-to beginner, how to get started. And we'll see you guys on the next podcast.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace out.